I set a deadline for this car, which was a pretty harsh deadline on myself, to get it to the 50th birthday of the 240 that Nordic Rides and the Volvo Enthusiast Club are running. That's obviously not going to happen.
Hi guys, welcome to another video. Well, I've done it again. Gone and bought another car. Yes, it was sight unseen. Yes, it's been off the road for a while, but it's solid. I don't know if anyone will be able to guess from where I'm sat what it is, but yeah, let me introduce you to the new car. Here's the new car. It's a 1981 Volvo 240 GL. No, this is not replacing the Rustberg. This is allowing me to have another car as a daily. I'm the fourth owner of it. It's been used. There's the odd mark on it. I think this is the worst dent there. But other than that, it's not too bad. So the reason I've started the video now is although it is MOT and tax exempt, it's been off the road for a while, so I've got brakes that are partly seized, so I've ordered new brakes all round from Brookhouse Volvo, and also it needs a bit of welding at the corner of the sill here. That seems to be the major, well sorry, that's the most rust within an MOT structural area. It's got, is it going to show? Here we go. Rust where the rear wheel is, but as you know for Frank, that's not structural according to an MOT, so that would be fine, but I'm still going to plate that up nicely. Yeah, another dent down this door, but all in all, the car's in, well, it needs a good clean and polish, but it's in a rather good condition. Inside, it's done 111,000 miles. It's got the clock and that works. Everything in here seems to work. It's a nice blue interior. Yes, there's parts of the car in it because I'm working on it. Sunroof model, and yes, sunroof works on it, and it doesn't actually leak in the car. Touch wood. But all in all, it's okay. The engine, well, let's go to the engine. So here's the engine. It's a B21A running a single Stromberg carb. Again, it's the same that Frank runs. When it arrived, unfortunately because it had been sat, the float had stuck, so it just allowed fuel to pour out, and I had to strip it down, rebuild, just clean up the bottom of the carb, and that was all fine. But the biggest problem with the engine currently is the ignition system. It's only just able to make a spark, so I've got parts coming to overhaul the entire ignition system. New cap, rotor, leads, electronic ignition, new coil, mainly because it has a constant miss, and if you remove a lead, it makes no difference to the way the engine runs, and it doesn't matter what lead you remove, it's the same. I've also got a service kit arriving to change the coolant, new engine mounts that may or may not need doing, but I thought I'll order it now just in case. Yeah, this is the brief introduction of the car. Just to start repairing the hole, because I'm where I am at the top of the drive, I'm not going to do a lot of filming of time lapsing just because I've got to keep an eye out for neighbours, etc. But I'll bring you in as and when things are cut out, panels are made, etc. So yeah, I'll bring you back when we've got somewhere further. I was about to bring you into what I'd just found, but the shop cat is inspecting the car to make sure she approves. But let me just bring you around to what I've just cut out. Started on the sill. This is a plastic trim that you just pull off, and you've got clips that push in there. So here's what I found. Got this piece here in my hand. That was, which way around with it? This way. So that went there. So I need to remake this piece, which is at 2 pieces, because it had gone inside as well. And then I found another piece, a hole in, which was, as you can see, right next to the jacking point. So that would have been another failure. So first of all, put a replacement piece in here to here, then make the piece that goes round here and here in place, so the back side of that, remake that one, and then make the rear corner of the sill. But yeah, I'll see how much I can get done before it rains. Well, if you join me back now, cut the panels. So this goes in first, so I was going to repair this section here, then this one here, which is the outer sill. So weld the top section and then make sure it all lines up to the bottom. I need to punch some holes in still for that. And once this is welded in, it's this piece here. This is still very rough shape, but that will go in here like so. So it still needs trimming, but I need to get the sill in place to get all the angles and however it should bend correctly, because of course I've cut this oversize for this area. So I'm now going to go and get the welder, weld this piece in, clean it back, weld the sill corner in, and weld the back piece. So I'll get on with that and bring you in if I see anything, and to let you know how it goes. So here we go, finished. Is it perfect? Absolutely not. Is it gonna work? Yep. So my next job, put a quick skim of filler on it and then sand it back so it looks about right. You can see here the curve's not perfect, but you know, it's a repair, it's not a restoration, and if I wanted to I'd have got a corner piece. But this is just about making it solid. So yeah, I'll get the filler out, give it a skim, and then it's good to be painted. Right, and it's now done. So in here, it's all stone chipped. I need to underseal it all another day, and I've done round here as well. First time ever. It's for some reason started to react there, but I'm not bothered about that because I need to do the entire length of it anyway in solid. I just repaint it, so I'll just sand that back and do it again while I do the entire thing. So that's all this hole now solid, which is the main thing. Of course I've got other places to do, but I'm also hoping that bricks and things will arrive so I can start rebuilding this. I get new discs, pads, shoes on the back, same with the front, and then keep going with the welding repairs as and when I need it. The plan is do the main repairs for like MOTs, etc. So that would have been an MOT failure where it is, considering how close it is to the jacking point and the arm. The rest of them are in cosmetic places, like this one, which is just the bottom of the rear panel, which isn't a failure, but I still want to fix it properly I don't want it to look out of place, so that's a job for another day. But yeah, I'm gonna go and finish packing up now, put the wheel back on. Yeah. It's removing the driver's seat. There's a hole underneath where the seat is, but I'm not too sure where it lands on the floor. I think it's actually on like the class is like a cross member or seat support. So I need to remove the seat so I can get the carpet out and then inspect it further. So I'm going to quickly remove the seat, then see what we can find under the carpet. So yeah, I'll bring you back when the seat's out. Right. So as you can tell, the seat's been removed, carpet's been lifted up, and this is what I found. So I did, as you can see, it's like a cross member thing for the seats. This is where the back of the seat bolts to, but I didn't realise that it had actually started to go up here. So there's obviously used to be the seam that went round here across there, but that's gone. So I'm definitely glad I just didn't go from the underside and try and patch it and look further, because I've actually got to make 2 repair panels. One, cut this out and make a repair that will go back to the replacement floor, and then actually fix the floor. The floor holes go all the way to about here, I think, but it's not one big hole, it's patches, so I'll be able to cut the one out here, see how bad that is underneath here, and then hopefully just plate it. And this section here I'll cut out quite a bit. I don't know if you can see, but there's another section here. Oh, there we go. It's gone there, so that's going to put a section to join into the sill, and then straight across, make a new one. Yeah, I'll see what I can do today. It's not the nicest of weathers, but I should be able to make good progress. I need to take this off, see how bad the rust is under here, and go from there.
So you've obviously seen the beginning part of this video, and Jackman's done another buy, and this is my first impression, so I'm just going to cut into Jackman's film in here, and it's cool.
It's your fault.
What?
You told me to buy it.
So this car has been on eBay, on the Volvo forum. Has it been for about 2 years, roughly?
Since 2019.
Yes, 2019. So yeah, longer than. So
I think it was 2019. Anyway, I know it's been for sale.
We've definitely seen this for sale on eBay, haven't we?
Yeah.
And so yeah, I'm not going to bore you because Jackman's already done an introduction to it. But this is my first impressions of the car, and I think obviously I'm going to think it's cool. It's an old Volvo. But yeah, it's as the previous video has just suggested, we have run out of time to finish rows. We just don't have the time to put the windscreen in, to do the welding. We got no shakedown time whatsoever. So we've done something very, very clever. I thought, let's give us 5 days to get this one to the show instead. So yeah, we will try and get there. So
overnight, apart from Brookhouse.
yeah, Brookhouse Volvo honestly got us to where we got with the 245, and now this 244. I don't know how much money between us we've spent with you, but this is my first impression of the car, so massive thank you to Brookhouse Volvo. I think the colour's lovely. It has, and I know Jackman would have done a bit of a walk around it, a bit of a battered bodywork, but I've just got here and looked in the engine bay, and I said how clean it was. I mean, Jackman has already done work and jet washed it and given it a good clean up, but it's quite good in here. But there is a big aroma of fuel.
Yeah.
And you did mention that, didn't you?
Yeah.
Like you said, the fuel pump is potentially leaking in, which is not great.
because this fuel filter,
It drains back, doesn't it?
yeah, and there's no leaks outside, but when you take the cap off, you can smell fuel. So I think the fuel's draining back through the pump.
Yeah. So
Into the-
we'll have to address that.
Yeah.
So we've basically said this is the first video. This is Monday. So there's going to be 5 videos. We're going to try and get to this show, and by Friday we have to have miles on this to know that we can drive for 2 hours. We need miles on it. So welding today, hopefully get that done. We've got some more bits, and then we can crack on with the brakes and get this driving. So there's not going to be much work related filming. We're just going to bring you in for loads of updates. I'm going to have a quick look around the car and give you my impressions, but then we'll get stuck straight in. So Jackman's been cutting, as you probably saw.
Yeah, so
And he's,
that's the part from under the driver's seat, but I'm
Yeah.
sure Mark will do a quick.
Yeah, so this
film
is
of
where
that.
the seat bolts too. So
yeah, it was worse once it was cut out.
it's fine. You know, this is just a backup car. It's just fine. Fine. So I'm gonna have a little jolly around. But yeah, inside, the outside of the car, sorry, is absolutely lovely. It's a beautiful colour. Big 244 boot, as they all have, full of spares that came with. Slightly earlier back end as well, smaller backlights. It's a GL, so it's all fancy. It's got some nice stuff. Got a Volvo number plate on there, which is really cool. But yeah, my first impressions of this is I love it. I think it's great. I mean, it is a bit battered, but this is where Jackman's been working. So the seat bolts down onto here. So plan is we're going to put a repair plate, nice plate under there. So we've cut out all the little bits instead of just putting loads of bits in, and then we're going to make that tab up that goes on there. But the interior on this car, I mean, obviously I haven't seen it first off, but it's lovely in here, really, really nice. I picked up on the fact I didn't realise it says GL on there, so I just said about the differences on mine. But yeah, it's quite good to see a 77, a 79 and a 81 all together. It's very, very cool. So I'm not going to talk anymore. We're going to get on with the bodywork. Jackman will be doing this, and I'll start making a repair patch for somewhere else on the car. Let's get it welded up. So we'll bring you back in for an update soon.
Right, so I said I've been back in sections. So this is now repaired. So it's got the first panel here, which is been all seam welded underneath, and you've got the top bit there, which is for the seat mount itself. So we're just letting it cool down, then we're going to go around with the seam sealer and then put some paint on it and put the interior back together. Didn't take too long, did it, Mark?
No, it's pretty good. I was on fire watch, so there's no fires, so I must have done a good job. Yeah. We have put fire extinguishers. Please don't comment away saying we're being unsafe. We are trying. There's just no point stripping the car, is there? No, not. This is the only interior patch that's needed, so it didn't take too long. We had cardboard and everything protecting it. Yeah. So. If you catch me in this video just looking around the car, I'm just looking at things that are better than mine. What, like the little vents? Yeah, it's got little vents. It's ace. Right, I'll bring you back in once it's all finished. Well, she moves, which is better than Rose. But one step ahead, we can drive this. Well, you've got to fit that properly. Yes. Well, yeah. Once the fuel pump's done, the welding that is needed for it to be road legal is done. Yeah. So now we're onto the brakes. So, like I say, we'll see how much we get done in these episodes. Jackman will be doing primarily most of the filming of this at his driveway. So yeah, it's fun. Sun's shining. Just had a McDonald's. It's all good. Does McDonald's want to sponsor the channel? That'd be good. We'd be quite big, wouldn't we? Yeah. So yeah, while I've got you, remember to subscribe to the channel. Give this video a thumbs up. This is our well, Jackman's new daily really, but it's a backup car for the 240 50th anniversary. So we're trying our best. It's no longer a backup car. It's your car. Yeah. It's the car. We are finishing roads, don't get me wrong, but we can't. Not right. We just can't make the deadline. We don't know if we can make the deadline with this, but we're trying. Let's do it. More work. So a quick update on this side. Jackman's just rolling the wheel and tyre back in. Disc and pads and new dust shields on the calipers. That's one side done. The other side's apart, but I'm feeble and nursing a shoulder injury, so I can't finish it. But yeah, we're getting there. And then we just got all the things to do on the back. So yeah, Brookhouse Volvo hooked Jackman up this time with all new bits, all good quality parts. So far everything is fitted as well, which is all good. Yeah, everything's fitted perfectly. It's really good stuff, isn't it? So yeah, the rears obviously aren't vented, the fronts are vented, and you note if you've been watching my 245 that the discs on mine on the front are solid, and these ones are vented because it's a slightly later car. So yeah, we're getting there. Good fun. So Jackman's working away on this side, and it's proving to be maybe a few more parts we need to buy, but just thought we'd mention the can you hear that? The lawn care enthusiasts. Hey Dean, we've got them in the UK as well. What a sound. What a sound. It's like a soundtrack of working on Volvo, it's even a lawnmower. Oh well. Jackman's having loads of fun. It's only because you gave up on this side. Yeah, it's because I gave up. What it's looking like is potentially the flexi lines are broken down, a bit like what happened on the Volkswagen. And yeah, it's not letting the pistons move back. Good fun. Hopefully it's not a caliper.
It's a caliper.
Oh no, it's a caliper.
Yeah.
Yeah, snap that. We're have to order some more parts.
So, I've had to give up with these because I need to get, unfortunately, new calipers and new flexes. So we're working on other things now. So you can see down in here, the exhaust is now off. So come to the back. There's the old system, and that's why it's been replaced. It's completely blown out the side of that. So I've got a nice new exhaust from Brookhouse to fit, and all the hardware for it. So
Sporty.
yeah, we'll get this fitted and see how it goes. So this is the end of day one. Mark's been kind enough to help, so
It's the least I can do.
yeah. We've done all we can with the brakes. Electrical we're getting close with. Then we've got the exhaust fitted, so we now have an exhaust that doesn't leak.
Looks rude.
I don't know.
I love it.
And also we've got the driver's seat back in because all that welding's now done. So, yep, driver's seat's back in. So, the next thing is to overnight some parts from Sweden. Try and get some front brake calipers here and some flexi lines. Going to check the rear brakes tomorrow and see what it comes back with. I also need to get a new fuel pump for the engine because it's definitely leaking fuel into the oil. So yeah, join us next time and see how far we get.
Bye, subscribe.
Not that you can see much of Mark because of the sun.